Away from global happenings, let's take a quick look at the consequences of abbreviations. That is to shorten words or phrases in writing. Writing with abbreviation is not unacceptable. There are times when you have to quickly jot down stuffs or take note from a fast reader. So it's very appropriate to abbreviate. We call it freestyling. But when this freestyling becomes a norm, when it becomes a part of you, then it needs a check. It is most necessary we teach our kids and younger ones how to write appropriately to avoid waste of time, resources, and then having to register them for a particular examination over and again because of the common mistakes we adults expose them to. We should bear in mind that examination scheme do not recognize abbreviations, except maybe in other languages like Spanish and French. The Western standard for any examination is the English multisyllable terms. So using MA when you want to say my instead of MY, using FONE for phone when it's supposed to be PHONE, and then 2 numerical for TWO is inappropriate. MA and MY are 2-letter words, so what's the stress in writing that? Most times you see very beautiful piece of writing with littered words all over. This is not right at all. It is very unhealthy for an examination aid. In Nigeria, for example, WAEC will score your child wrong and you have to face the stress again. Don't forget, children learn faster with what they hear, what they see and touch. So it's good we lead them by examples. Let me share this experience with us. My older cousin bought his son an Android phone when he got to a certain age. The wife frowned at it, but I saw nothing wrong with that, considering the boy's age. So one day, the wife said hello to me on WhatsApp. I was like, wow. You know that nice feeling, having your little baby in your space. So we resumed chatting. Most times we are together and he's all out to gist. I'll tell him, go to your room and chat me up from there, just to engage him thoroughly. To my amazement, this boy was just giving me joy, Beautiful, well-spelled, well-written words. You needed to see how excited I was, always having to chat with him. So one of the times the mom complained, I told her my experience with the boy and I advised her to add him up and then have a share of butterflies. The only plus, the only advantage of shortening words is to save time. Other than that, you don't need it. Don't forget, people are also learning from all these everyday writings. A lot of people are learning from it. And one of the major disadvantages of shortening phrases in examination, one of the major disadvantages, the bad thing is that the markers will misunderstand the writer's context. You can easily be misunderstood. And once your marker misunderstands what you write, failure is inevitable. But for the purpose of this message, emphasis is laid on the multisyllable examination standard of writings. What is really obtainable to pass an examination? Feel free to converse with your children on social media. Don't frown at it. Pry into their space, invade their privacy. In today's world, children know more than you think they do. So just keep, be in their business, be in their space from time to time. You may be surprised the things you get to know. Let's even leave children aside. Someday you may be in school again, coming from, your own, maybe your career or whatever. Maybe you need to, and then a promotional examination, and then you come face to face with the blank paper. If you're using abbreviations to write, it will affect you negatively. So let's learn to write very simple, easy to read, easy to understand, straightforward, not necessarily the long or big grammar. Let's keep it as simple as possible. I'm sure if we do it in our daily, like text messages, like the messages we pass on Facebook, if we try to keep it simple and use the very correct sentences rather than abbreviating things, it will help the people that are looking up to us. Do take care of yourself. Bye for now.